So, hmm. Okay, so I had to use left mouse button a longer time. Repair. Yay! Okay, now as we fought yesterday, this should work then, right? 15. This old fella constantly looks around as if searching for someone. Upon noticing you, he snapped his fingers. There goes the engine repair. Fix it, the deal is done. Really, Conrad? I can't believe it! You true that someone in this world, warped by war and anger, had the strength and morality to lend a hand to a struggling community. It was a pleasure, really. Now, this is refreshing, comrade. Not many people these days get satisfaction by simply helping others and feeling the euphoric rush of good, hard labor. Thank you very much. Shakes your hand and pats you on the shoulder heartily. And quick there. Oh, steal it. I was just wondering if we could cook there. What the heck, man? Before you stand an old man in a foreign tracksuit. There's a flat cap of his graying hair, and hanging around his neck are some spectacles. He welcomes you with a firm handshake. Hey there, hope the monsters didn't bite you on the way here. Thanks. I had to fight a few though. See, it's dangerous to walk here alone. This place is practically under siege. One thing is nice, they don't attack on their own usually. Whatever the hell, or I would have a hell of a time cooped up in here. All those spiders, ants, rats, it's like they are symbiotic. A few more years and they will form a political party. The man lets out a mirthless laugh and eyes his surroundings as if looking for something. He then exhales and turns his head back to you. But anyway, I have this fire going. If you have any canned food or tea, you're invited to cook it here. Use my pot if you will, or just sit down and get yourself warm. Alright, if you by any chance have a pair of dice, we might play for a while. I seem to have lost my own pair some time ago. Not much of a gambling man, but I think it's a fun way to spend time. Right, asking you some questions. He nods across his arms and chest, waiting for you to read questions. How's life? I recently bought a sheep, but what do you know? Then we started raiding the place right after that, and as soon as the mugging stopped scaring me, monsters migrated here from the south. At least it's not boring. There's that. Let's see, another question maybe. Tell me about yourself. Before the bombs, I was a civil helicopter pilot. In the mountains, there were lots of settlements which were hard to reach by car. So I delivered food and medicine to them. I wonder how they're coping now. I hope everything is alright. Another question? What's new around the village? If I get sick, I visit Doc Mikoyan in the village. Sometimes I get water from the folks, but mostly I live on my own. It's more comfortable for me this way. Some like constant company, but some like to be alone. I'm one of the latter. Another question. Heard any rumors? Heard of some adventuring type that buried a stash somewhere in the area. After that, I think he got shot or mauled by wolves. And the stash is still there. I would go and look for it, but I'm too lazy. So you're welcome to try your luck searching. Another question. Nope. New level. We are level 2. Okay. Drawn and prepare Mamaliga. Look. Okay. Is this also stealing or? Okay. I don't have a lockpick. how you do it. Craft slug ammo for Cyprian. Okay. Shouldn't be muted. Hey, did you? Hope not. Thank you, Diggy. Now, where's my cake? Want the cake? No. Had enough cake today. Is it still muted or? Let me check. It shouldn't be muted. Nope. You might need to. Shame on you! Shame, shame! Going to the corner. Okay, fellow hunters, everyone must read this memo. Spread it around. I don't know what happened at Svetloya Lake, maybe an underwater volcano. Did a pre-war bomb detonate an accident? Or did the gates to hell itself perhaps open? Anyway, the larger mammals are all fleeing the area and heading in our direction. We should take advantage of this opportunity. Go make some zip gun shot rounds and kill everything you spot rushing through the woods. To make them, use a large scrap metal bullet, gunpowder, and a paper shell. Good hunting, comrades. Danila of the Vladimir Hunter Association. You had to listen through that song, huh? Oops. It sure is. So the only thing I've done today is I fixed the water tank, yeah, the water tower, and I got some toad pools, and we talked to a fellow up here. That's all I've done so far today. The stone in front of you looks like an ordinary, unassuming rock, large and clearly heavy. It's one of many in this rocky land, but there's one detail that makes it stand out. Someone has engraved upon its initials, BS. Use a shovel as a lever to shift the rock aside. Strength, try to move the rock by yourself. Examine the rock. The person who cut the initials into the stone was diligent, but clearly no mason. It's unskilled work done with makeshift tools. The boulder looks suspiciously like a gravestone. Strength. We should have. We have pretty good strength, right? Try to move the rock by yourself. Oh, use the shovel then. Get a tool under a rock and work it to loose. With a lock crack, the handle splintered into several pieces. Bloody hell! God damn it. I don't want to lose my shovel. When does the characteristics increase? Or are these always set at a certain number? Stamina rock, strength, no. Yeah, I don't want to lose a shovel at the moment, so we need something stronger to move that one. Okay. Take all that. Get an ant. It's war! Get splattered. Taking that toadstool. I'm gonna check. Okay, so tab centers you to your character. Can we get to that one without? Antidote. Okay. Oh boy. So much to keep track of, man. Okay. Oh yeah, I saw. I checked with Lone Wolf because I had to check if you Lone Wolf still is counting even if you have a dog as a companion. So if you can have, like, you know, in Fallout 1, so if you can find a dog, I'm hoping that. Okay, I guess this will be good so we don't get knocked down. It's a good thing. That doesn't seem that costs 2 points. Not enough points. Yeah. Go with that one. That's like a... No. I was wondering if I should put points in that one or not. Come on, Spidey. Takes many action points to move through that, so that's why I'm waiting them out to come to me. Oh, come on. Do we have any shame? See nothing, okay? I can't remember which game did we play that if you dug in graves, you got a certain smell about you. Can't remember which one it was. Hmm. 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 He picked up a condom? What the heck? Well, I guess safety first. What is this spider doing? That's a good question. Before you stands a tall, grey-haired man in a scruffy-looking sweater. He looks at you suspiciously and without blinking. He has a knife in his hand that's pointing in your direction. From the look of the fishing poles scattered on the shore, he was fishing before you arrived. Who are you? I don't know you. Get away from me. Well, calm down, man. I'm just passing through. Yeah? Well, it's just what you're saying. I know you, Travis from Adam. The moment I turn my back on you, I will get knifed. The problem for you is I don't have any money or any food. So it's best you move along. Go con some of the townies. Frigging adventure. Huh. Just want to ask a few questions. The man has a short inner struggle before he finally puts down the knife and squints his eyes at you. Fine, let's chat. How's the fishing? Caught something recently? Somewhat. This pond is pretty small, but there's plenty of fish in there. Problem is that although dumb, even those critters learn over time, and now they aren't biting as fast as they did before. Can I fish too? You wanna fish, eh? Oh, maybe you can. It's just that you don't really know what the local fish like. They're real gourmet in these parts. No worms for them. They're like bait made from all the critters around, the giant ants, wasps, and spiders. Well, there's plenty of those around. Fisherman gives you a crooked smile and spits through his teeth. Yep, there's many of those freaks in these parts, but how would you know which of their organs are bait material? Go to the nearest pub and get me something strong. For that, I'll teach you the basic of bait harvesting. Just remember, I want normal pre-war alcohol only, and the harder, the better. Well, think about it. How about some questions first? How's life? Here, nothing special. I come to this place to fish, and that's that. Life is alright, given the circumstances. There's fish to catch, mushrooms, and berries to pick. Sometimes I even get bread and meat. The important thing is not to join in the collective. So, got fed up with all the people? The fisherman turns away and gives his surroundings a harsh glance. Finally, he chuckles mirthlessly and turns back to you. Don't know how to put it. It's just that I believe that when people come together, they turn into a herd, and a herd is only good for slaughter, if you catch my drift. It's not my style, therefore, I am a loner. Intellect. That sounds just like that solipsism thing Lenin always criticized. The fisherman nods respectfully. I see you are no simpleton. While I don't actually think that the whole world exists only inside my consciousness, doesn't change things. I don't like to cooperate with other people. To such an intelligent conversation, may I ask you other questions? What can you tell me about the village? There's nothing to tell, really. I don't spend much time with the locals. I don't like their head, this comrade the Kovalev. An old man who believes himself to be some sort of Tsar or general secretary. Totally lost all grip on reality. His flock is molested daily by bandits and other folk, and all he does is blink. Interesting opinion. Care to answer more? Heard any rumors? I heard there was acid rain up north, so here's my advice. Don't approach any heaps of rubbish without a radiation counter. Bad sickness is no joke. An alcoholic will try to cure you with vodka. Junkie is going to use ibuprofen, but the result will be the same. Any health you had will be lost. Thanks for your advice. Can I ask more? Nope, that was it. Okay, so we should have enough total. Hand in. Before he stands a shortish woman with a kindly face. She's wearing a simple dress, on her head is a linen headscarf, which she wears like a bandana of sorts. Howdy, can I ask you some questions? Woman gives you a warm smile and eagerly nods. It seems that she would love to chat. How's life out there? Oh, and a warm howdy to you too, young man. Oh, ask all the questions you want. How's life out there? Good, well at least I think so. Some of the people are grumpy, like my husband for example. They say it's no way to live, with all them banners and constant drought. But that's just their survival instinct speaking. In reality, other villagers have it far worse than us. It's easy and fun to live in Otradnoye. You're not scared of manual labor, that is. Got that right. Can I ask something else? Tell me about yourself. Oh, there's so much to tell. Well, before the war, I was a history teacher in the village school. I love history. Oh, I forgot much of it. I don't love kids. It's just sad how they grow up so fast. Me and my husband, by the way, we have 3 sons. They're grown men nowadays. Each went away his own way. The older one and the second one probably forgot us already. They never visit. Both of them are living in Krasnoznameni. I would sure love to know what they do for a living, though. Back when he visited me, I asked my eldest son, "What's your job in the city? Does it pay well?" He has mumbled something like, "Keep calm, mother. Everything is fine." Then story of my other son. They probably got that attitude from the father. He's also the silent type. My youngest, on the other hand, he took after me. He's all smiles, you know. And he loves to chat, but I'm worried silly about him. He's a caravan god, you know. I was nagging him about it. I tell him to go live with his siblings in the big city. He just laughs it off. Stubborn, just like his old dad. Okay, another question. What's new around the village then? There's always something new in the village. Sometimes the cow gives birth. At other times the water tower stops working. We also got a trader. We just recently came to live here, right from the Krasnoznameni city. Woman approached you, whispered in your ear secretly. So recently, our tech specialist disappeared. He's one hell of a drunkard. Sometimes he gets on such crazy binge, it becomes scary. But this time, I'm sure he didn't disappear because of his bad habit. I think it's because he was bragging his last days in the village. Bragging about becoming, stares around before saying, becoming a millionaire. Quite the mystery of that, right? Just like something Sherlock Holmes would try to solve. Heard any rumors? I heard from the other gals that there's this place called Olger. It's sunny all year long, you know, and there's women-only resort built there. Wow. Must be amazing to get some rest in such a lovely place. Just that my husband would never let me go, and even if he would, I would not trust him with I wouldn't trust him with the household for the time I would be away, even if it's just a week. Now that's a trust issue. And there's something else. Yep. I'm gonna have to go and to dock, I think. No. Hello, how's the garden going? Got some for me? Yes, I do. Here you go. Good work. Let me see them. You hand her the mushroom. She scrutinizes the fungi with a professional eye and, satisfied with the quality, smiles broadly. Her Barton speechcraft is not raised up very high, so. So speechcraft? No. Why the zero tongue on you? Why? 5 years ago that may actually have worked. Not now though. You have a deal and I expect you to stick with it. Let's see. Anyway, how about talking to the head? Sure thing. I'll write a note to Comrade Kovalev right now with my recommendation. Give it to him personally, since I'm sure he will want to talk to you. He lives to the right of the bar entrance. Good luck. Thanks, I better go. Oh yeah. I'd like to have a drink. Can I see the menu? It's expensive as heck. What do we need, right? Yeah. Can you sell these afterwards? Or do you need to keep them? I guess we can sell them, right? So what's the difference here? It is 200 and... Okay, he doesn't have enough ruble on that. One is compact. They are used to something. We can sell them. Let's say we take both. 20s. Okay. It's such a rare random thing. I don't know if it's gonna be needed for something or not. Can we... You were asking for some liquor, weren't you? Look, I want some pre-war vodka. I don't care if it's cheap or expensive. It can be even stronger vodka, but it's got to be pre-war made. Yeah. Mm. So, start drinking, isn't it? I think you wanted it. Oh, god damn it. I bought this one, totally unnecessary though. He wants vodka, not portable. I didn't think about that. Oh, god damn it. We're losing money on this deal. I got this letter of recommendation at the tavern. I'm looking for work, you see. Interesting, let me take a look. Hand over the note. Commander Kovalev quickly scans the note. You notice that the holes is very close to his eyes. Seems like his vision isn't what it used to be. But Katya Radchenko believes you can be trusted. Maybe so. In any case, you made an impression. That is recommendation enough for me. Attention! You notice real warmth in the head's voice, an almost fatherly tone when he talks about Katya from the tavern. Wait silently. So, you're looking for work. Ours is a poor village, but the head cracks his knuckles and looks you over, finally coming to a conclusion. Maybe I do have a job for you after all. You probably already heard about the bandit gang that terrorized our village. Each month they come to collect supplies from us. If we don't surrender goods, they rob and kill our people. We try to find them, but to no avail. But now, looking at your honest face, I come up with a little plan. The head lowers his gaze again. It's hard for you to read him. He's either indecisive or just searching for the right words. Wait silently. Thing is, I believe there's a snitch living in our village, a traitor, a rat. I'm sure about this. Someone made a pact with the bandits and keeps them informed of everything that goes on around here. But with that said, I can't imagine who the rat actually is, and the bastard himself knows me and the other villagers too well to get caught. When we hired mercenaries to protect us, the bandits somehow knew right away. And each time we make a little money on trade, they show up for their slice. Someone is ratting us out. You're a new face in the region. It should be easy for you to earn the rat's trust. Bring me the identity of this traitor. That is the job. An investigation, huh? Interesting. Kovalev walks up to you. Do you agree or do you decline? Give me to me straight. And what will you pay me? It's a logical question, egotistical but logical. I don't trust people who work for an ID anymore. Payment, we shall supply you with weapons, money and food. If you become our agent, we will pay you handsomely. I guarantee it. I'm an honest man and I'm ready to do anything to help my village. I'll remember that. I agree. Where should I start? Where do you start? Well, I'll start by telling you who I do not suspect. One, I completely trust my fighting men, Jan and Petya, on the south and north gates respectively. They would not work for me otherwise. Yashi might be a suspect. He's new in town and has a shady past, but he does so much for the village. He built his shop with his own money, he pays his tax and he suffers from the bandits like everyone else. Dr. Mikoyan and old Semyon I trust like I would trust myself. We built this village together, you know. They are good people, time-tested and loyal. Comrade Grankin, the village superintendent, on the other hand, is a cowardly, shifty person. But no, he is too cowardly. He would never work with the bandits. It is much more profitable for him to keep his post in the village. The bandits would probably shoot him for laughs if he tried to talk to them. Katya and Radchenko, the owners of the tavern, has no reason to be snitches. They would never do something like that. And the others, I just don't know about the rest. Maybe you can give me some more clues. I suspected the trader is a man and not too old. A person who travels from time to time but is known to be lazy. The head wrinkles his nose. These criminal types, they abhor honest labor. They think that only the low folk do work while they themselves prance about like aristocrats. Well, I better start investigating. Okay. So we have a traitor in our midst. Before he stands a hardy woman with a strict, large-fitted face. She has an apron on of her dress. I would like to know what you think about the local bandits. The woman spits in disgust and crosses her arms over her chest. Cowardly bunch they are, that's my opinion. Lazy cowards, if you ask me, are a great recipe for disaster. I don't fear them, but I don't talk to them either, and I don't recommend you doing so. That's a sure way to ruin your reputation. The woman wrinkles her nose in disgust and takes a proud stance with her hands on her hips and her head nodded forward. It's obvious she hates the bandits too much to have anything in common with them. Thanks, can I ask you some questions? Yes? How's life out there? What kind of question is that? Like anywhere else, we work again, and then we work some more. Not unlike anyone else. Maybe even better than some. Around this part, anyone would say the same. Hey, good question. Tell me about yourself. Curious, aren't we? Attend to the household. My husband guards the village treasury. What else is this to say? Well, before the war, I had a field and a garden of my very own. Nowadays, I'm not much of an entrepreneur. I'm not a young girl anymore, after all. But my love for my work is still there, keeping me going every day. Got your point. Can I ask one more question? What's new around the village? Okay, I guess, and that's the main problem. If I want to ask, I didn't say it, but I think that our head, Comrade Kovalev, should retire. You could say he built this village himself, but his age shows. More and more with each passing day. Well, just a few years ago, Kovalev wanted to build a vineyard, buy some seeds and set up arbors. But then the project stopped in his tracks. The woman shakes her head. I didn't name the successor, we have an election. What we have now, It can't last forever. That's what I think in a way. I see. Can I ask another question? Are there any rumors? I don't trust no rumors, especially those about the radiation that some people love to spread around. Radiation is the enemy, sure, but you need to know your enemy, not make up facts about it like Viktor Pelmenyev from the Gospelans Village does. One time he had his story about talking ants. After that he saw Six-Fingered the chicken. Those who believe his tall tales will live in fear, but those who will see that the teller is nothing but a mentally ill person will become more sober about this world we live in. Good for them, I say. Well, yes, I better go. So... So... It's kind of weird that it just said hardcore liquor, but when you talk to him, he wants to be pre-war vodka. Just that pre-war port one I brought him wasn't good enough. Okay. Okay, so we need to... Can that be then? Before you start, a hard-looking man in the old sunburned shirt with short sleeve and hard work pants. It's hard to not to notice the wide black mustache in his strict face. I would like to know your opinion on the local bandits. Man clenches his large fist, the whites of his eyes go bloodshot. You watch his body shakes with a wave of poorly concealed anger. Goddamn lowlife jackals is what my opinion is. Instead of working like decent people, they rob our village and peaceful travelers. Oh, if we had the strength, we would show them. We would show them all. Even the mere existence of the bandit seems to challenge some of his personal beliefs. Don't get upset. I just want your opinion. I can ask you some questions. New around the village. Is this anything to tell you? But things tend to stay the same around here. Okay, heard any rumors. They say there's some culting in Krasnosnamenny city that helps honest folks. Sounds great, right? Still, I don't trust that kind of charity. Maybe I'm wrong about them, but it seems they have some sort of agenda, shady agenda. Everything impossible? Ask another. Tell me about yourself. There's not much to tell. I'm a simple man. I work a lot, and I wish everyone would do that. Work keeps the bad thoughts away and helps you sleep better at night. That's life out there. It's an okay living. We work hard and never dawdle. Okay. For instance, a stocky, powerful man edge ran further. He's a plump face and upturned nose. Yeah, we talked to him before. Let's see. I'd like to get your opinion on the local bandits. Do they have a representative in the village? Man's face stays the same and he doesn't expose any emotions your words should have brought out. Man stays the same and his gaze is still pretty saucy. Piece of fields, what's it to say? They survive, that's it. He spits to the side and looks at you insolently, right in the eye. Do you suspect someone inside the village? Is there a spy around? And why are you interested anyway, comrade detective? What? What if I want to join them? Yeah, look. What if the one who's working for the bandits just left the village quietly, making no trouble for you or anyone else? Out of sight, out of mind, as they say. When you decide you're done with all the bullshit, sleeping on the rock, stealing Godot food and all that stuff, there will be a position available for you in our... their bandit camp. Located not too far from here, in the bandit factory. Well, how do you like that kind of career opportunity? Let's make this perfectly clear. You're the village snitch, right? Well, quite on, man. Yes, that's me. Although I resent being called a snitch, I'm more of an infiltrator, you know? I was sent here by my group. Anyway, my proposition is still open to you if you're interested. Stay here, I need to think for a while. Just think quick, I'm getting pretty nervous about Kovalev hunting me, so I won't stick around here long. But see you leave the village, don't expect me to find me here when you come back. I'll meet you at the abandoned factory. Oh, just don't leave yet. Okay. Indeed, a fine snitch is Grishka, a young guy hanging around the village. Kovalev slaps his forehead, shocked. He looks angry but also sheepish, like he has did something stupid. Of course, it was obvious. The man drifts around here and there and never works for the benefit of the village, and all the town speaks in street jargon. I must be growing blind as well as old. Why, just a few years ago I would have spotted him right from the start. You're getting old. Ah. Watch your words, comrade. You helped us out. I'll be the first to admit it, though. I mistrusted you at first, but that does not give you the right to insult me. Fine, what now? Comrade Kovalev strokes his chin, probably pondering his next step. You calmly wait his reply. Finally, having reached a decision, the head claps his hands. We must dispose of Grishka the snitch. This much is clear to me, but how? I don't want to create a panic. He must be disposed of quietly and unnoticed by anyone. Well, Comrade Kovalev, how about my payment? You did a good job, you know, learned from the whole truth and revealed it promptly, although you probably had reasons not to do so. Your cleverness and fitting reward, 250 rubles. I'm an honest man, I pay for honest work. Thank you, now let's return to our problem. I agree, snitch is a problem for us all. Grishka must be dealt with. He must disappear so we can be sure he will never help the enemy again. I will be glad to help with the disappearing. Interesting, I want to ask why, but it's good to hear. But what exactly do you propose? Attacking him in broad daylight? No. That will never work. I don't want to create panic. The snitch must be dealt with quietly and must appear as if he simply decided to leave. Beyond the fence is an abandoned building. How about you lure him out there and silently, you know, do the deed? Rotten thing to do by my standard, but sometimes a rotten thing is necessary if it means saving our little community from obliteration. I don't know how you will lure him out there, but I grant you total freedom in your methods. After execution is carried out, return to me. I would like to speak more about our future cooperation. It will be done. I'll lure the snitch into the abandoned house and, well, you know, gotta go. Listen, you don't have anything against going over to the abandoned building over there, right? Snooze looks at you suspiciously and eyes his surroundings. To gain his trust, you need to trick him somehow. Why would I do that? Frank, gotcha, comrade, follow me. We need to have a serious chat. No. Yeah, you know, you actually have to look scary in order to scare someone, don't you? You better move along and fast. I mean, just testing you. Gambling. In all serious things to high end, there's like this sort of Damocles thing. Speech crap. Listen, pal. Two of my buddies are looking for a place to stay, just like I am. They're squatting in at the abandoned house over there. We should be able to pay them a visit. Probably gonna have to put points in something here. Have you put this thing? Okay. So your buddies are in the abandoned building over there? I know where it is. Yep, but not the trusting sort. If you go there alone, they will hide. What am I supposed to do? I join you and call them out. Still haven't found any road, have we? Question is, gonna make this one. Oh, come on. God damn it, don't say it. Ah, didn't save. Hmm. 40? No. Hmm. Hmm. Uh, you sell this one out then, since we already know the. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. We're gonna kill him with a shovel. Old head shovel. Hmm. Death shall be the main course today, and I am the chef. I'm gonna die. Shiv. Thief passport, an ace of spade, playing card on the picture, someone is crudely stamped a single word. Oh, we got some dice. Okay, we need to get to the medic. Medic! I need your help. Thanks, Doc. Oh, so now we have dice, so we can go and gamble with that guy, maybe then. Hello, so how did it go? It is done. Yeah, presses his lips together and nods. Without a word, he pulls a fistful of rubles from his inside pocket and hands them to you, never once looking you in the eye. Here, 350 rubles. That's for the job. I thought I would ask Petya, the lad at the North Gate, to do this. He's got a lot of fight in him. I want him to look into the traitor's eyes before killing him, just to understand what it's like. Maybe it's for the best, though, that you did it instead of him. Thank you. This money is a great help. The head suddenly puts the money in your hands, you suddenly take it from him. So, now that the deed is done, how about taking on a little more work? As you can see, we are honest people and we reward honest work. A rare thing out here in the wastes. I'll say it now, if you agree, the pay will be much better. Tell me the details. Fine, the Barons had a spy in our village, and I want to have my spy in their camp, since you have shown yourself to be a very resourceful person offering the job to you. It will actually be easy for you since you're new here. The bandits already know all of my boys, but you could easily gain the trust and infiltrate their gang. We need one of our men to walk into the lion's den. Can you be more specific? What is it that I have to do? Just work for them, do what they ask you to do, act like one of them. Just keep me informed of their plans. If I know what those bandits are planning, I might be able to come up with a plan of my own. Okay, I agree. Sounds interesting. Great, now we only need to figure out how to get you into the camp. Did you find anything interesting on the body of the traitor? Just this card. I heard that the bandits are creating their own official documents. Sounds like a terrible idea to me, but on the other hand, I still think like I did that in the old life. Criminals now have much less to fear than in the old days. Yes, that might be just what we need. Try showing this card at the bandits' camp's gate. Know for a fact that you may approach without getting shot. Probably. There's a strong possibility they will think you are one of their own. Sounds dicey, but I'll do it. Just remember, I expect to get paid handsomely for this. Of course, don't even worry about that. I've never gone undercover myself, but I understand how difficult it is. You'll be paid well, and the village will be forever grateful. Now let me mark their camp on your map. Give your map to the head, and after some consideration, he carefully draws a cross on the spot of the banner camp should be. After reviewing your map one more time, he hands it back to you. There, down. That is where those bastards live. Also, you might need a gunner for the job. Check in with the armorer. He'll help you with that. Good luck. I see. I'll need a little time to think it through, though. Okay. The armorer. Is it this guy or... I was sent for a weapon. You heard about that, right? Sure, I got something fun for you. Take a man's head clean off his shoulders. Pay Ducks behind his counter, and if you want to ring me out just with a pistol. Thank you. Bye. Rusty Nagant pistol. Oh god, what a shitty one, man. God, yeah, glad I made the one we have. Plus, I do have this one. That's like, let me give you the most rusty piece of junk I can find and give it to you. Yes. Well, I made the zip gun, and that one is damage 7 to 9. Plus, I do have the rifle, but this one I don't have to put any more points in yet, so. I should make some rounds for it. I don't think I have any rounds for it yet. But we'll see if I need it. We should go and play some dice with that old man. Let's see if we can come out of it. Okay, let me get something more to drink and then we continue. So I'll be right back. Meme seen on the web. Yeah, I killed the boss and I got the Sword of Flames. The looted sword is much worse than what you already have. Yeah. Yeah. That is a shitty feeling to get. Then you're like wondering why the heck did I just do this? I think it's this guy to play dice, right? I want to play some craps. Oh, look, I'm willing to bet 5, 10, or 20 rubles. What do you think? Fine, I bet 20. Gambling. A tie. Bet 20. Tie, what the? Yay! And see your earnings. Okay. I want to tempt fate. See ya. We got 20 rubles and we gain 50 XP. Nice. Oh, we are so close from getting a level. Hmm. I thought it was another old man, another person who did gamble. Not him. No. There might be something. Maybe it was him then. Let's see, where's. So let's see, what else does he have? Oh, that's the issue with the zip gun. It only has one round. This one also only have one. I have to put in so many points into. Oh, I only need to put in 1 point. Yeah, let's get some ammo then. Let's buy all of it. Hard to know what is junk and what is used for crafting, you know? Oops. I think it was south, right? Okay, and we have the abandoned factory. Okay, that's where we needed to go. What if we go in? Why did I just take 14? What the heck did I just take 14 damage from poison? Huh? There's like nothing that shows there's... Okay, so I can't go that way, so okay, so we need to get... I don't understand why I'm taking poison damage. Do I have something? Ah, poisoned. Okay. So what's the cure for that then? So is it this I need to take then? And I have to take the hit of -1 strength for 30 minutes then? Okay. Huh? Drink water is the solution for this. Okay. Yeah. There we go. So that's how you cure poison. Drink water. Okay. So that's what we were taking damage from. It was me. What's that? We got poisoned. Okay. You know those three wanderers standing around a campfire? We'd like to stop and have a talk with them. Sure, check it out. You be friendly, right? Yeah, that seems to be a little bit annoying. But maybe there will be a fast travel or something later on. You're a tall man about 30 with a lacerated wraith. In his strong, colorless hands he holds an old rifle. The barrel is not aimed at anyone in particular, but wanders from side to side as if ready to settle on one of his companions at any second. Seeing you, the man lifts his weapon. Oh wow, another one joins the party. It's not in your best interest to spook me, man. I could shoot you where you stand. Calm down. I just want to ask some questions. Oh, well, ask away. Who are you even? Ivan Kondratev, Vsevolod's bodyguard. Who's the Vsevolod, you ask? The disco dancer looking guy over there. But I won't be at his side for long. In the near future, I'll probably become a gun for hire because the shit I got into today tasted pretty sour. We'll see. Can I ask another question? What are you all standing here for? You're standing here because I said to stand here. I'm not leaving this place until I know what's what. We were going to Krasnosnameni. Me, those two guys, and the driver. First, the day turned out okay. Ashot pointed the way. He's our guide. Boris drove fine like always. Him knowing his UAZ so good. We spent the night at the old lady Nadia's cabin. She's a great old crone, you know, even though she's crazy about cats. She told us a story about a new kind of mutant haunting the local swamp, the leatherworm. It's one hell of a beast. Looks like a thin snake or a large worm. It's one of these critters sneaks through your ear into the skull. It's the end of you. You possess your brain and your whole body will be his. You do it so well, no one can tell the difference. Biggest clue would be this. The possessed person begins to mix up names and to forget small events from the past. Oh, another thing. The possessed human turns into a cannibal. That's a sciencey word for man-eater. That's the story old Nadia told us. The next day we got into a car crash. It rained a few days ago, so the road got all mushy. Looked like gravel, but it was slippery as heck, so we drove off-road. And found ourselves in the middle of the same swamp the old crone told us about. That's not even the worst part. We got separated trying to get out of there. Boris sank, I fell, Ashot ran off, while Vsevolod was doing gods know what. Who knows? Maybe one of them is possessed by a worm now. Creepy, can I help somehow? He looks at you suspiciously. How can you help me out? If one of them is possessed, he'll never show it, not until you turn your back on him, at least. I can try and talk with others to search for clues. Alright. So did I get the quest or? I think I know what your problem is. Do tell, but forgive me if I don't believe you. Well, nah, nothing comes to mind really. Let's change the subject. There's any good rumors to share? Give me a room for the near future. This guy near the swamp named Ivan who shot his guide and his boss because he believed they were dangerous mutants. I hope to God it won't come to this. Right now I feel like it's the only way. That's pretty tragic, but I better go. You see a nervous-looking black-haired fellow about 20. He's hugging himself and nervously glancing at his companions and at you. What an unlucky situation. Damn it. Can I ask you about stuff? Just be careful about it. Tell me about yourself. I'm Ashot Kasparov. I'm a guide for these two, you dig? I know the local well, so I agreed to lead them to Krasnosnameni. They were actually free in the beginning, but now I doubt they are even the same people that hired me. That's how it is. I see, you have a follow-up question. Why the vigil if it's not a secret? What else can I do? I won't go with them, that's for sure. They hired me to guide the car to Krasnosnameni. Everything was going well at first. The driver drove, I navigated. We spent the night at old lady Zena's dilapidated gas station. She's quite a woman, you know, and she's fun, and she has a funny dog named Toby. But in the morning, the rain started, a real downpour. The driver couldn't handle the vehicle, smashed into some tree, and we plunged right into the swamp. Barely made it out alive. One more minute, and we would have sunk to the bottom with the UAZ, along with the poor driver. When we finally got out and suddenly knew where we were, in the skinworm swamp. A skinworm is this mutant critter that crawls inside of people through the mouths and starts controlling their bodies, you dig? And it's so good, nobody can tell the difference until it's too late. Until it leads you to some place and starts eating your damn meat. Of course, I ran from the swamp and these two got lost or something. We regrouped and all got out, but how do I know that the skin worm didn't get them? Okay, that's quite a tale. Can I help you out? Tiny bit of hope sparks in the man's eyes. You really want to help? That's good. That's very good, but will you be able to? Real human shows little to no difference from a person controlled by his mutant. They fully cope the original. They may mix up some memories occasionally or forget some names and other little details, but that's it. I can try and talk with others to search for clues. Okay. He seems like the most sane one. This one has a little issues. But let's see. Several of them. You see us. Oh. This is real 70s style, man. Damn. It's like seeing 70s crime series and see the bad guy. See a serious looking, clean shaven, middle-aged man with almost concealed bald spot and neatly trimmed mustache. He's dressed in a brown suit, red shirt and patent leather shoes. His sprightly rich outfit is complemented by gilt frame eyeglasses and a metallic chain around his fat neck. The man looks at you angrily. He is obviously very tense about something. Okay, dude. Hey, you pleb, are you a local? Spill the beans, I don't have a lot of patience right now thanks to these two nitwits. Not local. Man lets out a disappointed gasp. Damn it! Shit! How much longer should I sit here with these two nut jobs of all people? Man glances hatefully at his companions. Ugh. Fuck my life. Can I ask you a few questions? Ask away. What else is there to do but talk? Who are you? The man looks surprised, but then shakes his head as he remembers that no one here knows him. Vsevolod Markelov is my name. Trade is my game. I'm the famous owner of the Markelov and Son Cooperative. What, you never heard of us? Unfucking believable. What is this shithole? Sorry, never heard of it. The man looks angrily at the point somewhere on the horizon and exhales sadly. Tell me about your... What happened here? Man looks vexed. A wealthy Italian man got stuck here with these two chimps. That's what happened here. I was invited to Krasnosnameni to have a talk with the Chamber of Commerce. Since I tried to grow my business in any way possible, I took the offer with a second thought. Dressed in my best outfit, packed up samples of my wares, hired a guide, and brought along my best guard. I thought he was my best anyway, and I got Boris behind the wheel. Then we ended up in this rotten corner of the oasis. Then what? Yeah, exactly. Then what? After that there was the road. The local plebs couldn't have caught up to us even if they tried. When night came, we stopped at old Valia's house. She lives alone with her cat Petka, a real queen of her gas station. So he's the guy with the gun that is the guy who got the worm. But this time she didn't just feed and put us to bed. She told us a story about the skin worm, how it targets people traveling alone, drives them mad, and ultimately devours them. What kind of a beast is this skin worm? Ha! It's just an old wives' tale. The legend goes there's a mutant in the local swamp, and if you walk alone, it falls down from a branch that crawls into your mouth. Once inside, it connects to your nervous system, destroys your personality, and switches to its own. Then your body becomes a sort of doll controlled by the worm from the inside, but you don't look any different and nobody ever notices change. There's only one major difference. The worm has trouble with your memories. He'll mix up names and locations and things like that. And do you know why he takes people over? To lure real humans into a trap and feast on their flesh. Only human flesh intrinsic to the worm, they say. And it's all bullshit. Moronic bullshit. Okay, and you don't say. What happened next? Ban's face fills with deep torment. We had been in Krasnosnameni by noon, if not before that the cursed fog. Boris was an ace driver, he couldn't see squat and crashed in a tree. And so we all ended up in the swamp, the tree, the samples, the car, and us inside it. Me, myself, Ivan the guard, and Kasparov the guide were able to clamber out through the roof, but Boris struck his head onto the windshield. He sank to the bottom with all our stuff a few minutes later. The water kept bubbling for half an hour or so. Then what? The man sniffs. Same swan from Valia's story. Kasparov took off like a hare through the underbush. We followed, but Ivan fell into a bush while I kept going. In other words, the three of us were separate for a while. We only regrouped when we arrived here. Back then, we would be a great time to look for some locals, get help, right? Not according to those two. Kasparov the freaking savage told us he won't move or show us the way anymore because he can't guarantee some of us haven't been chained by the worm. And Ivan, who I trusted with my life, repeated the same bullshit, saying, Vsevolod, how can I be sure you're not infected by the worm? And I don't know about the guide either. Maybe you're both cannibals now. Maybe you're just waiting for your chance to knock me over the head and gnaw my tender flanks. Now, we got a dilemma. I want to go find help to get my car out of the swamp, but I can't do that without the guide, and the guide's not going anywhere since he's afraid we will eat him. A god simply wants to abandon us as soon as his leg feels better. Meanwhile, he's threatening to shoot anyone who makes a move. Sure, I would have shot him myself, but I have no gun, and I pity the idiot. He served me faithfully for years, didn't he? Anyway, that's why we're here. Just sitting waiting for this catastrophe to somehow work itself out. I can help you with your dilemma. Tiny flicker hope lights the backs of the man's eyes. Really well? God isn't acting like himself. The man rubs the bridge of his nose, exhausted. I see. Yes, interesting. Well, friend, I thank you, but now you better go. You don't need to see what will happen next. I better go. What's gonna happen? I wanna see. A new level. Question is, what more are we gonna put in here? So is there gonna happen something, or hello? Or I don't get it. Is there nothing that like will happen? Hmm. Hmm. If we do this. But everyone came to an interesting conclusion. Yeah, so there's nothing gonna happen, and it's like. Looked around. Okay, so that's it. Okay. Let's see what's over here. Money. Yeah, it's like getting cooler here, but today was like not too hot, but it was this thunder, you know, this pressured heat when there's thunder in there. So it was like, ugh. Can't do anything with that. Yeah.